I tell y'all about the time I was accused of stealing my sister husband to be allegedly, okay? Allegedly, I stole her man. Allegedly, I stole her man. She said God told her he was her husband, and he said he didn't know nothing about it. He didn't talk to God about it. God ain't spoke to him about it. He don't know what she was her hearing because God, he don't know nothing about God told her till he was her husband, girl. And so it's my birthday today, girl, October 11th. This is the big day, girl. This is it. This is it. I am 45 years old. Oh, I was gonna put a headband on. I was outside doing stuff. I am 45 years old. And let me tell you, baby girl, God's been good to me. Like, for you to really understand how good God's been to me, you'll have to know my whole story. And that book, my first published book, is coming out prayerfully, fingers crossed, in the month of December. It tells my whole story. Because y'all see cute little Sister Janice now, because Sister Jan, but you don't know. You see the glory, girl. You don't know the story. But anyways, yes, girl, it is my birthday. I'm gonna do a quick story time video for you. This is my birthday, and I went and got my breakfast. This is chicken and waffles from my spot ties. Oh my god, I love it. I love my chicken and my waffles. And I have an avocado, honey. If you don't have the avocado, it don't work. It don't work together. So be sure to subscribe. YouTube is playing with me with my subscribers. I noticed my subscription number hasn't changed since last night. Okay, in the last week, I have been getting anywhere from 100, about 100 cousins a day, and now all of a sudden on my birthday, it just stopped. I don't understand. I don't understand why it just stopped. But anyways, okay, we know YouTube is trying to play with. It's trying to play me. Okay, so be sure to subscribe, girl. I am still trying to get to my 19,000, but YouTube don't want me to be great. They don't want me to be great over here. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get it by the end of the week. I am drinking from my birthday cup sent to me by my beautiful, my precious cousin, Sister Beverly from California. Sister Beverly, where did you get the cup? A couple of ladies have asked where you got the cup. And thanks to those of you who signed up for my membership program. I canceled YouTube membership and I canceled my Patreon because I want y'all to connect with me on my Janice Hylton platform, which is linked below. That is where you support me. If you just want to donate, I have a button over there. I just want to support. I have plans for everybody, okay? But I don't have a Patreon anymore and I don't have YouTube membership because I want you guys to connect with me over there. And by the way, I got my semi-final copy of the book cover today from my book cover design, one of my book cover designer, Rebecca. I use her a lot. Rebecca, this is the Janice Hylton mentoring. So if you have not signed up, run on over there. I love you, cousin Janice. I don't know I love you. You love me until I see you sign up over there to support me on a monthly basis. And so tonight for my birthday party, we will be showing the book cover release of the new book and the title. You already know what the title. You're gonna kick yourself and you say, "Oh my God, that's the title of her book, girl." Okay, so the time I was accused, okay, I was accused. But you know about what the thing about accusation, honey. Even if you are not guilty, people will remember that you was accused. Okay, how I was about 19, 18, 19 at Essex County College, and you know in Newark we have the college is like a triangle. We have NJIT, Rutgers, and Essex. Okay, and so we had Christian fellowship, and then once or twice a year we would go away for varsity Bible varsity. It's like a Bible camp, okay, but it's for a weekend for college students. So I went. I don't remember what month it was. School starts September. Maybe it was October, November. Probably probably the end of October because we were spending a lot of time outside and it's still, chilly. It's still cool, right? So they would have the older students who went through Christian fellowship to shop around and to drive us. So the van came and everybody was supposed to meet at Rutgers University on Martin Luther King Boulevard, okay? So we all met at Rutgers University. And so you're meeting different people because NGIT have their Christian fellowship, Rutgers have their Christian fellowship, Essex have our Christian fellowship. And maybe once a year or twice a year, we might do something together. But because I'm new at Essex, I really didn't know anyone. So there's this tall, chocolate, well-dressed, well-spoken, in a suit, and it's not a trench coat, but the long coat that the businessmen wear. He had that on, and I'm looking at him. Okay, I know what I like. So we got on the van, and the way I was sitting directly in view of his rear view mirror, and so all the way down to Hackensack, we went to Hackensack. He was looking at me. Now I wasn't really interested because then I found out he was Haitian. I don't like Haitian men. Okay, or Haitian, first generation Haitian or something like that. So, anyways, we got to varsity. Shout out to all my varsity brothers and sisters, that I cut off because I was accused of something. Okay. And so we got there and he helped with my bags and he helped with all the bags, all the lady bags. The brothers, they would come and they would help. We didn't have to take the vans off the car. They would, where's your room? They would walk us to our room. And of course, we have chaperone. Now, the rooms, it's like camping, Bible camping. You had 2 bunk beds, so it's like 4 girls in a room. And so the other girls that went before, they say we find the bigger room and we all piled in that room. We stay up, we talk all night, okay? So my room happened to be the bigger room. Whoever else was in my room. So all the girls, from Essex, Rutgers, NGIT that came on the van, we all decide we're going to pile up in one room. We sleep on the floor. This is weekend. We hanging out, so on and so forth. So we get the talking and we going to call this girl Beatrice, okay? So Beatrice, we're talking. Now, Beatrice was older. She was probably already graduated. She was older. So she was in her mid to late 20s. And so she was one of the chaperones that stayed in the rooms and make sure nobody's coming in and stuff like that. So Beatrice, we get the talking and Beatrice get the sharing that we gonna call him Mr. Suit. Okay, let's call him Mr. Suit. She gonna tell us, honey, that Mr. Suit is her husband. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay. And she was like, God told me he's my husband. I love him. We gonna get married and he gonna propose to me and I'm waiting for him to propose because I'm not dating no more. She was Haitian too. I can't get the Haitian accent because I'm not around a lot of Haitians anymore. I'm around the Africans. I know the African accent, but I can't get the Haitian accent. I have one Haitian coworker, and she don't tell you she's Haitian. You would never know. And so she's talking about, well, we gonna get married, and church girls, they don't believe in dating, and he's just gonna propose because she has gone out with guys and it hasn't worked out and she want him to propose. So I'm sitting there looking at her and I'm like, well, in my head, I'm thinking, you want some man to propose to you? Y'all never talk, but they went to the same church. They went to a big Haitian church. We have about 2 or 3 huge Haitian church in Newark, and they went to one of this, like the second Haitian church. What's the Haitian singer when his father died? I can't think of his name. Ratcliffe, whatever. When his dad died or somebody died, they had the funeral at the church in Newark. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening. Some of the stuff she was saying was making sense, right? So at the same time, she's talking about that's her husband. God told that's her husband. They gonna get married. I'm looking at her. Well, how is that if your husband, the man, is already giving me the eyes, looking at me, staring me down, asked for my number. Right when we got there, and so I'm just listening. I'm not saying nothing because I'm new. I'm new at the school. I'm new to Christian college Christian fellowship, and I'm new to varsity uh, Bible study. Okay, so we stayed up all night. We talked, and most of the night was her about her. Oh, she loved him, and blah blah blah. Then there were two other Haitian sisters that they go to the same church, and they were talking about the guys they liked and blah blah blah. So this is after we got there. You have to have dinner at a certain time, and then you went to service. And so when we went to service, Mr. Guitarist over there, he was just giving me the eyes, and I was giving him the eyes because he was decent looking. Okay. And so after service, Mr. Guitarist, his name was Vernon, I still remember his name. He was my first love, really my first love. Okay. And so he had came up to me, was talking, blah blah blah, and we exchanged numbers and so on and so. Because of course, I was attracted to him. Pastor tell you find you somebody who really loves God, and from his worship and the guitarist and the way he talk, I'm like, oh, he's saving, he loved God, so on and so forth. But she was talking about Mr. Suit, honey. And I'm questioning in my head, well, how is you and Mr. Sue get married? Mr. Sue ain't showing you no interest, no interest. And I'm thinking about Mr. Guitar. So that was Friday night. So Saturday morning, we wake up. We gotta get up early. One thing they tell you, girl, you gotta get up early and take the shower because this is camp. And once the hot water run out, you ain't got no hot water. So I was up early getting my shower because I get up early. Anyway, get up. We have breakfast, and in the hall, everybody's talking and mingling, and then you get to choose the class you want to go. So, honey, Mr. Suit is following me all around the grounds all day Saturday. And me and Mr. Guitarist had already connected, and we hang out for the Saturday, and then Saturday service, you have lunch, you see whoever, blah blah blah. And so that was the weekend. So Sunday morning we came home, and so for Mr. Seuss drive us home again. And so, girl, we got home, and Mr. Seuss, I don't know how he got my number. He's calling me, so Janice, I really like you. I want to take you out, and so on and so forth. And I would love to visit the church. And so we know their church. Okay, their Haitians were Americans down the street, so we would fellowship. So their church was not their church was about 4 or 5 blocks up the hill from me, on South Orange Avenue. So, I basically told him, well, I'm not really interested. And, I'm talking to someone, plus Beatrice likes you. And she said, you're her husband. Well, he didn't know nothing about it, but he knew she liked him because they went to the same church and so on and so forth. So, girl, he's calling and calling. We didn't have text back then. We had phones. This was in the 90s, right? And so we didn't even have beepers then. Okay, that was how early that was. Or maybe we had beepers. And so, girl, he showed up to the church one Sunday. And he said he was going to come down to the church and talk to Pastor. I told him, you can't come on a Sunday. Pastor is very strict about Sundays. Do not. I don't want to talk to nobody on Sunday. I can't counsel nobody. Sunday's my time to preach. And after that, I'm tired. I want to go home. So I told him, please do not come down to the church. Pastor don't like people coming down to the church trying to talk to him on Saturday, Sunday. Well, anyways, he came down to the church on Sunday. So Pastor spoke to him because Pastor know the pastor up the hill, and he was one of the young ministers in the church. So Pastor Bradshaw knew who he was. I got asked Pastor if he remembered him. And so he I don't think I didn't tell Pastor about him, but I told Pastor about the guitarist, okay? And so he came down to church. He wanted to take me out for dinner. This is after I already told. So Pastor Bradshaw, I just would love to take her out for dinner. He was an accountant and everything, girl. I mean, he was done with school, accountant, nicely dressed, tall, dark, just the way I like him. Pastor Sister Janice, do you want to go out with Mr. Soup? I said, no. Yeah, I was young. I was working on my femininity then. I was 19. No, well, brother so Sister Janice don't want to go out to dinner with you. And so it kind of ended there. He didn't stop calling. He didn't stop texting. He even said he was going to get his pastor to come talk to my pastor. But anyways, I don't even know how we stopped. I think I just had to tell him, look, I don't like you. I'm not interested in you. I don't want to be bothered. Because, of course, I'm over here with Mr. Guitarist on the phone like, I love you. Oh, my God, I can't wait for us to get married. That pastor told me to break up with Mr. Guitarist because I loved him too much. But anyways, that's another story. So, girl, it got back to Beatrice that Mr. Seuss was at my church. Called me on the Sister Janice, you stole my man. You trying to steal my man. You trying to steal my man. I told you. Then you had to go to school on Monday, right? I told you that was my husband. God told me that was my husband. And you was trying to steal my man. Why was he down at your church? This my other friend called me. He called me every year on my birthday. Why was he down at your church? I heard he was down at your church. You stole my man. I told you I love him. I love him. She was Haitian. She had a strong Haitian accent, but she had gotten all the American vernacular there. I'm going to tell everybody, you stole my man. You stole my husband to be. The Lord told me he's supposed to be my husband, and you stole him, girl. So then she started spreading the word around Essex County. Sister Janice stole her husband, girl. And all the Haitian girls, they stopped talking to me because the two Haitian sisters, we went to Essex. We were really close. We were in Christian family. But once Beatrice told them that I stole her man, there was like, child, don't bring Janice around your man, honey. She's a man stealer, okay? So time went on. Come next year again. And so next year again, we would go into varsity. I don't think we went in the spring, honey. So by next year, girl, the following year, I went to varsity and everybody, all the girls was holding on tight to their boyfriends because Jen is a man stealer, okay? They saw me, they were like, all the girls I shared the room with last year, they didn't want to share no room with me. So, girl, I was in the other girl with the white girls. I was in the other room with the white girls because the black girls and the Haitians and the Jamaicans that knew Beatrice all this time, they didn't want to share a room with me because Janice is a man stealer. So, girl, I had to sleep in the other room with the white girls, okay? So then I got word that she done moved on to one of the counselors for Bible study varsity. So he was like, for varsity, he was over Essex, Rutgers, and NGIT. He was the connection. Christian varsity is a nationwide thing, okay? And we have one big conference a year. I never go to the big conference because I can't leave Lexi that long. And so I got the word that she has laid claims to him. Let's call him Chris. I don't remember what his name is. I hope his name is not really Chris, but everybody know this story because everybody was like, oh. So then we heard that she done laid claims to Chris, who's over varsity. And if you're a counselor over varsity, you're not supposed to date the students, okay? But she really wasn't a student. She was an older student, and she came to shop around and watch us and stuff like that. So when word got out, they investigated to see, were you dating her? She don't believe in dating, but were you seeing her while she was a student? And so they found out that no, he was not dating her while she was a student, that they had just met somewhere and connected and whatever. She laid claims to him, and she said, I am not dating him. He's gonna have to propose to me, girl. And sure enough, in no time, we heard, white guy, we heard they proposed, they got married. and they had two beautiful kids. Okay, and so right around the time, and she never talked to me again. I would see her. I would if my church had anything at her church, or our church went up, she would never. She don't talk to. She still looked at talk never. And so over all these years, okay, over 20 years, girl, the girl still don't talk to me. Okay, and so I think before I got married, right before I got married, or when I was getting married, I happened to be somewhere, and her husband was there, Chris, and their son. And so I asked, I said, "Well, how's your family?" and so on and so forth. And do you know what he said? He apologized. He said, I'm so sorry that what's her name, whatever Beatrice is not talking to you." So you think she told him I stole her first husband? I'm gonna call my girlfriend Althea, ask her if she remember. I'll call my girlfriend Althea, see. And so even then, girl, she will not. If happen to see her at Rutgers, if I happen to go to Rutgers or anything Christian Fellowship, to this day, that girl do not speak to me because I stole her man. And I laugh about it. I laugh about it because it's crazy, because I wasn't even interested in the man. I could understand if I went out with him, we were dating or something, but I had no interest in, I mean, I did not even go out with the man. So how are you accusing me of stealing your man and spreading the rumor that I stole your man, girl? And no, you know I was pretty, still is, and cute, and I was Brickhouse Junior, honey. All the men wanted me, okay? But I didn't want them. Okay. And so to this day, Beatrice don't talk to me, honey, because she swore up in the heaven and earth that I stole her man from her, and God told her that was her man, and I stole him. So this is why, ladies, I keep telling y'all, stop laying claims to these men. Stop going to them talking about God told me you supposed to be my husband. God didn't tell him about it. Oh, you. Anyways, babes, that is my story time. I'm not sure if I'll do another story time today, but I'm definitely trying to come on tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm about to take my nap, and we're gonna talk. We're just gonna have an open forum, and I'm going to show you my book cover review. I'm so excited about it. I'm not sure of the font though. I saw it. I was like, it's kind of blah. I think I need some other color or something. But anyways, let me know what you think about my story time about me stealing my sister's man allegedly. Okay, and I hope you're gonna hang out with me later tonight. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, love you, love you. Remember to sign up for Janice Hylton mentoring and reviews on my books on Amazon, and the link is below. I absolutely love and adore you. Talk to you later. Bye.